My fence post is that big enormous fence post is broke. No, it's not. It's actual fence is broken away from it. No, but that post was moving last night. That whole post was moving last night. So it's that post there that's rotten. Because that gate was opening. And the trees are pushing against the fence. And that's what's pushed the whole thing out. Oh, gee, that one's gone too. The actual trees bending against, because the trees was blowing. The trees have actually broke the post. Look at that there, boys. But that gate was opening. I'm sure that post there was moving. Look, that post there's gone as well. Gosh, more work now. That's going to be a hand and changing them 3 posts there. See, you never get one job for it. When I say to me, do one room at a time, and always something happens. Not even a storm comes now. The boys the workmen is putting the stub valve now in. I see all the equipment they've got. They're putting digging one wee hole, and they've got a van, a lorry, a mini digger, and a whole pile of boys. Look at that. They've got a whole team effort there to make one hole. And I have to do this all myself. They put the new water mains now in for my house. So as far as I know, that's going to do the 2 houses. What I say now, my fence now, I'm going to have to put a new fence up. More big money this year. If I could pay somebody to put in concrete posts, I would. But you wouldn't get anybody to do it. See, with all the extra boards, it catches the wind. That post there is gone now. That post's away. That one's away. That one's holding. That one's holding. Don't know where one is there. You wouldn't know by the corner will stay steady anyway. But there's a couple of posts gone. That one's a wee bit of give. That's solid as rock there, boys. Gee, they all came from the same path. Why is that one solid as rock and the other one's rotting through? These are completely gone. That tree has destroyed them. You can't even wobble that. The whole tree was shaking, that whole fence last night. You see how the trees all joined in? A couple of wee nails came out. So maybe if I didn't have as much wood, that plank would have popped off. Instead of that, it's pushed the whole fence. That there's completely gone there. Even that big post, when I put that gate in, the other post was over there a bit, and it was rotten when I took it out. So I'm not surprised that's rotten. You think these big thick things will last forever? They can't drain. So I was thinking of putting a small farm gate on here anyway. So that'll come away. I'll put a round post that pops into the ground, and that'll replace. But the only thing that put me off is how escaping. Having to get it high. But I don't fancy changing all them posts. That's going to be hard, putting new posts in there. As far as I know, there's a power cable runs underneath there. I must ask the neighbour who built this fence years ago, and that's why the fence was kept back a wee bit, because of the power cable. That's going to be a big job, taking all that fence apart there. Didn't need to do it this year. On a brake bit, but I can tie it to. I've tied this front post to this front tree. That landing tree is not going anywhere. So I took the rope right down to the roots. If I do it any tighter, I'm just going to pull the whole post back too far. So either way now, the fence is not going to fall around and hurt anybody. That there should hold it pretty steady. This weekend I'm going to take that post out. I'm going to see if I can get a metal post from the boys that sell the farm gates. And if I get that big post out, it's about 6 inches, 8 inches by 8 inches. I'll take that out, I'll put in the metal post and put in post crate. No need for a kango. That tree planted itself, so it's only going to get bigger. I was thinking of putting on steel poles, but even if I put on steel poles, it's going to bend the steel. It's not actually officially a tree, it's a shrub, as far as I know, but it's planted itself. I'm not doing away with it. That's the other wee one planted itself too. There's a bit more gap between it and the fence. But this post is all gone now. Both of them in Sunday's storm were pushed against the fence. You see there where the plank has tried to come off, but them planks I put on down below, it's on too strong. You don't think of that, if the plank would even give way. Another thing I was thinking on, I could put another 4-inch post out here and actually bring the fence out a wee bit. I'm going on the public path a bit. So what odds? Just I'd be interested to know if that fence is away, how much of that tree bent. The only thing I worry about the farm gate is slumped slightly because of the weight of this metal on top. How do you put that metal on because of the lunatic jumping it? Would you believe it, that Luna jumped through that gap there when I got her? I put them 2 wee bits of steel there. How do you block it up like? Because Luna was skipping all the time. Houdini, that's what she was doing. But see, that metal doesn't have to be that high, it's just the metal I had. It's going to cost a couple £100 for a couple of light bits of metal for that. It's ridiculous, and I had that metal lying. The soft cages or something, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half of them I used. There's a brave weight then, and it actually puts a wee bit of a push down on the farm gate. And if I put on the steel post here, and then sometime I decide, say Luna pops the bucket, and I take them off, the gate might rise up and might line up with the post then. Alright. There's my 2 posts now during the day. That's completely rotten there. And that one there, that's completely rotten. I can change that one today. I'm going to be forced to do something with that one. That one there is sturdy. It's not really sturdy, it moves a bit. But the tree's moving it anyway. So I think if, wouldn't matter about that one. If I get a new post in here as well, that'll keep that bit steady till next year anyway. This new post I'm putting on is going to be this big steel bar. It's very, very heavy. 17 years old, that steel bar. It's lying outside, 17 years, older than 17 years. It's lying outside 17 years. It hasn't rusted very much. It's a guide rail for a forklift truck and a warehouse. All them holes is where it was bolted under the ground. Very, very heavy. That'll have no problem holding my gate. But it's just because it's thinner and what the post is. When I put that pole in, if I was to change the whole post now, I'm going to dig out the concrete. Because that hole's too big. If I put in that metal bar, so I sit tight in that corner and put some postcrete in it, and that'll do the job. What I might even do, I might put that bar in and I've got spare 4x2 posts over there. I might put a 4x2 post on the far side and double it up to hold that fence up. Make the one pole do 2 jobs. So one hole I'll do 2 posts, one bag of concrete. I don't like spending money, me like. So we'll get this big thing out of the way. Won't take much to get that out of the way there. Oh, more or less have to pull it up, need 2 hands, but it's found out already. And all fairness now, when I moved into this house 13 years ago, see that concrete in front where Luna is? That's the driveway. They had a wee smart car and they drove the car in sideways. I need the caravan in that way. So I had to raise the whole ground up because of this the concrete that was laid here already, this big concrete yuck. And so the original pole, the other pole that's here would have been just over here, slightly back, and it was partly rotten when I took it out 13 years ago. But the big hole might actually be handy to pull the crap out of there. It gives me more space to get my hand on and stuff. I don't know how deep it goes down, but we'll get this out of the way and we'll just try different things, drills, different things. If I can bore out a bit of wood out of that hole first, everything you pull down, like it's just so solid, this out board. The rest of it's heavy. Like I wonder if I get the hole clear. Can I get it shifted? No, it's still heavy. That boy, still heavy. So there's actually 2 posts there rotten. I was dreading doing this. This concrete I've added here, there's the original layer there, but it seems pretty loose, you know. So if I can lift that out in one piece, if I hadn't laid this concrete when I moved into the house, it probably would have fell down long ago. So if that can, it's more or less loose there now, you know. If I, look at that there, boys. Look at that. That saves me a lot of time there. Oh, so I can pull it out. See that? I'll tell you what's wrong. I've been watching YouTube how to remove posts. Not one. Oh, you get one. Oh, you move a post in 3 minutes. All these handy videos of moving posts. None of them have trees growing against them. They're always out in the open. They're always handy. And when you do something yourself, it's never handy. But I'll tell you what, this one's going to be handy here. So that's all coming out there. Now this one won't be so handy. So we'll attempt that one next. That's not going to be so handy. But if I can get a 4x4 post in there, I can nail that onto the 4x4 post. Put my metal one here. That's my job done for I won't have to do nothing out of the next year to do the rest. That post won't be needed then. I say, there's a couple more need done. I'll do them next year. I haven't got time this year. Too many jobs on. I've got all gate post to change my front gate. I'll get that one changed. So I'll get that there, rest that pulled out now. I get a wee bucket to put all this crap on. I'll suck out what I can't lift out in my hand. That's going to be handy there, boys. So there's something that puts me off stuff there. See all the we call them slaters. They live under the rocks and all. I've had to move that rock. And I leave out rocks and things lying around for wildlife. And that's all great until you have to do something like this. Now I hope now that then we boys get back underneath that rock over there and don't come towards this hole. And I've seen me in the past, you know, sometimes you dig a hole and you get a worm half and half. And if I get a worm half and half, I'll stop digging the hole until the worm moves. Now I seen something fall, one of the wee boys just fell down in there, so I've got to get him out. Now you see, I can't deliberately go and kill something. There he is there now. So I can't deliberately go and kill nothing, so I'll get a torch now and I'll make sure that none of them wee things get killed in there before I put these posts in. I want they're going to fall in there, you see. Come on over there, don't fall in this way, boys and girls. So they're all living around here, but this is going to be all concrete. Concrete's like an acid. If any concrete goes near them, they're going to get burnt and turned alive. A wee baby one there, boys. Wee tiny baby one. Doesn't know where to go. I don't know. See the problems I have. So I might end up just going to get something to eat now. I'll dig out the rest of this hole, but I can see there's another one's fell down. I'll get a torch. Another wee baby one's fell down. I'll get a torch and I'll lift out as many as I can. And I'll wait till they settle down. This wee bit here might have to go away, this wee bit of clay, so I'll shift that wee bit away there, and then I shouldn't be annoying the wee slaters anymore after this. I'll take this wee bit away here. But I don't see the sense of annoying the poor wildlife when you can avoid it, but I can't avoid it here. And you go up there, pet, go up there. And that's why other people don't care about stuff like that. They just go and kill everything, it wouldn't bother them. We have to share this world, like. That's the only life they have. Of all the wee slaters left out, there was actually quite a few in there, you know. There's a wee centipede thing away down in the corner. See him walking over there. So he should get out now, see if he gets out on his own now. Thing is, you never see them during the day. He could have been hibernating under the ground, you see, so even though I left him out, he may still die. But if he walks over here to the side, to this stuff, I can scoop him up. That clay's getting too hard over there to scoop him up. So once he's out, I'm going to get the big 2x4 now and put it in this corner. I'm going to get the metal and put it in this corner. And then I might scoot up and get a wee bag of postcrete. Now that centipede's playing up. I'm going to have to get him out with the wee trowel. He's hiding in that corner. He needs to come out of there. He's not trying to climb up. I get the wee trowel on. He's coming over this side now. It'd be easy to get him up over this side. I'll get him out now with the wee trowel. Yeah, the wee centipede now. He's up now. He's going to get, I'm going to have a stand on him. I fell off my hand. But look where he's going, like. He's going the wrong place. He should be heading over there. This is my shed. It's a bit hard to see, actually. It's a bit hard to see, but it's but this is the way I built my shed. It doesn't matter what storm comes. I go to bed at night and I know my shed's not going to fall. So when I put on them big 4x4 timbers behind, the 4x4 timbers is the main pillars that are holding the shed together. I put on these steel bars, warehouse shelving. I put them steel bars on as well, and I ties the two together. So whatever time the wood rots, there's plenty of steel to take the weight. Now the steel could rust first, But that's how I built the whole shed. There's the steel, there's the 4x4s, and they're all attached together. And wood is flexible, but steel's not. And just done with wee screws, but it could be built at a later stage. You could put big bolts through that. And the rest of the shed then is these big timbers. The span to take the full length of the roof. Out here now, I'm going to use steel to hold this gate closed. The problem with that gate there, I put this metal on it here. It was going to cost me a couple £100 to put metal. Luna was jumping over the gate. Luna was jumping through that gap. She's got a bit fatter since she came, so maybe we won't get through that now. She wouldn't escape when I'm in the house, but when I went to work, she was escaping. And so I had that metal ready. It's far too high, but I didn't want to cut it. And that's big metal squares like that. It's so weight. That's actually, the way that metal's actually drooped that gate slightly. And the night that post rotten, that gate was banging. I have one of them poles in there. And only for that, my car would have been smashed up. And you can't have it moving. You can't have that moving no matter what happens. So I'm putting in this steel bar for this gate. I'm putting in the wooden one for the fence. But I'm just thinking, by bolting the two together, the best of both worlds. Should the post rot again, that steel will hold the post up. And yet, I'm going to cement them in the same hole anyway. Originally I was going to get the angle grinder and cut a slot through this metal, but I don't think so now. By having the bar go behind it, I can drill 2 holes and put like a U-bolt. Nobody's going to be really fast to get in the ways with the trees. So I'm not taking the caravan out the ways. But it's mainly that the gate can't be allowed to fly open. So I'm going to get these bolts here, and I'm going to put a pile of washers between the space them, and I'm going to bolt them together, and I'm going to put them in as one piece, cement them in that hole, the post crate. And then when I cut this pole away, this has to come away anyway, that post put onto that post will make up the difference. And that's that fence secure there. Wouldn't matter about that middle one, that fence is going nowhere. Because of the way I put my boards on, the overlap, you don't have joints. The last people put all the joints on the same pole. See, that's the last people. See, they put a joint there, joint there, joint there, joint there. That's handy for changing posts if they rot, but it's bad for strength. You're putting all the big timbers in one spot. You're supposed to have a cut, don't have a cut, have a cut, don't have a cut. But say I put these on, so I was able to do that. But they should have had a cut there, no cut there, and no cut there. That's the way they should have put them on. So because of my big boards going across here, that's a big long board there, like. When I get this post in here, we see it's on the joint there, isn't it? Still shall hold. So if that post is completely rotting away, the fence is going nowhere. That one's a wee bit of give in it. Next summer then I'll put the other post in here, and I'm going to bring the fence out 4 inches to pass them trees. And that'll solve that problem. Allow the trees to sway if I hunt in the fence. I said I didn't plant them trees. They weren't meant to be there, they wouldn't agree. So I'll go up there and get a bag of post crate. I've tried putting these bars on different ways and all, see what would work best. I'm just going to bolt it directly to the wood. But you see that bar's curved, not dead straight. And that's a problem. Wood and all bends. I thought the wood might be bent first, but when I hold the spirit level to it, the wood looks pretty straight. But when you hold it to the metal, there's a bit of a gap there. Now bear in mind this was used for forklift trucks to bang against. It got a wee bit bent. These here also, these are all second hand. See the paint on them, grey paint? You see I don't buy very much. They were bought in screw fix years ago. The cheapy things there. So the post belonged to the brother, left over from a shed. That big post left over from the shed, that's about 9 feet. So Sunday cut that post, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to buy 2 6-foot posts for the front gate. There's no point in cutting 2 foot of that and wasting it. So I'll stick that back. That'll come in handy for another day. Luna's coming out to help, so she is. So just putting these on with a socket set here. And I got the post crate in the car. £5.70 cost for the post crate. It's a while since I used post crate. I think you half fill the hole with water and you pour it in. It's very stormy today. It has to get stormier later on. So I need to make sure this doesn't move before it sets. There's no point in waiting because it's always Monday. I'll make sure there's no wee creepy crawlies down there before I put this bag in again. Sometimes I make things too strong, you know. There's the nails I put in there. It's pulling through the wood rather than coming out. The wood's splitting. I probably wouldn't need them boards. I'll probably cut them off, but I don't know. I'd rather keep them if I can. Bottom one came off. These wee ones aren't. It's going to have splitting when I bang them with a hammer. What can I do? There's another problem there now. I pulled this post out. Look, it's all full of wee slaters too. I've ruined their home. That's been rotten for years. They've been living in there for years. They're going to go back into that hole. One disaster after another. Like, look, he's going the wrong way. He's going to fall. Oh, he's fell on. Fuck's sake. He's fell on now, like. See, when it comes to wildlife and all, like. How am I supposed to get that out? If they... I don't know. They don't show this on YouTube, do they? How you get wood out. If I pull bits and pieces of that out, I might get them out along with it, put it over there. But if they start falling down that hole, all I can do is give them tiny climb out, but they're going to fall into that hole now, like. I don't know, like. I can't deliberately go and kill something. If it's there, I can't deliberately kill it. I can't say I don't see it. If I see it, I can't kill it. If I can lift them out, that's all the bit. I wouldn't lift them out in bare hands. If I got gloves, I'll lift them out. I lifted 4 out of that hole. I'll tell you what I see now. You see that there hole there, it's hollow. That'll be easy scooped out down to the bottom. I was going to fill it up with cement at the same time, but they're using that as a home. I'm letting them stay there. These wee boys here may just climb back in again. No point in me shoving them in because you know, these wee boys, they can go back in themselves. So I'll leave that for the wee home. I'll cement this up and I'll put a wee bit of wood or something over there to stop me spilling cement in here. But it might fill up with water now. That's the only thing. Whenever it rains. So I lifted 4, there's another wee one in there. There's number 5 in there. So I'll lift this other wee boy out, one down there in the corner. And then there's 2 in that corner. So I think I'll wait till these boys all disappear. Whether they go back in the hole or where they go. I'll give them another 20 minutes. I'll get these couple out and then I'll check before I put the cement in. This easy job is becoming more complicated. I'm having to take this post away. To join the fence onto this new post, I'm using the rotten post. Where's the rotten post? I'm using that rotten post. I don't need the bottom. And that rotten post will nail on here level. Them one's not level, you see. So I'll put the rotten post on level, and then that I'll attach on to the new post, and that'll strengthen the whole fence up. But it has to be done before I put the new post in, because once the new post is in, I can't get this banged out. So if these big boards out, one's split a wee bit, and I use them wee nails, the teeth on them, you see. It's quite a wee job them there, they will not let go. So look, all them pulled through the wood rather than come out. They've come out, but they still come through the wood a wee bit. So I get them ornery nails, that's the last people put that up. So they're knock off easy enough. You can get them off with a crowbar, like. And then take this post away, because that was never a post, that was only a joint. Got the post off now. So that one never was. In fact, you know, it was cemented into the ground. It actually was cemented into the ground. So it didn't last very long there. That wouldn't even be 13 years old there. Just about that. So we'll get this big boy on now. I have to knock out all these wee nails here. I'll reuse them nails there, boys. Price of nails. A good strong nails. I'll bang them out with a wee claw hammer and I'll bang them under the new post. So there's the post I took out now. You can see where the boards were. There's the bottom board. You can see there where it's rotten. If I was to just set that on the ground again, see, it's going to keep sucking the water up like a straw. So what I'm going to do now, it doesn't have to touch the ground no more, but it has to hold this bottom plank. I'm going to cut that off here, so it doesn't touch the ground, and that stops it sucking the water up like a straw. So it shouldn't rot much more then. Then that post's going to be attached onto my new post. So we'll get this cut now with a saw. There's no saw, I might have to use the good saw for this. There's cut now, that's sort of rotten there, like that side's still solid. So I should not touch the ground now, so I still have the plank on. That'll do the job. I'll just nail that on level now. Over here with these ones. And the reason I'm doing this now, when I nail them together, I can level the fence off better. I'll just go on there now, nice and level like that. I'll nail that on. But I would say I'm slightly off the ground, so I'll get the top level with this top plank, nail the rest of them on, and then trim this off then with a saw. More or less ready now for the postcrete to go on. So it's going to move slightly anyway. The one's blown, so as I put it half on, I'm going to have to tweak it. It's still up in measurement. I had it dead on there, by the time I go and get the water, she's moved slightly like. So that needs to be a wee pull forward there like. So much tweaking to do. But I've done the best to help my slaters. I can't bang the wood the whole way down, I'm going to crush them. And that's holding that wee piece of wood, so there's wee slaters still in there. And hopefully that'll stop the cement going from that hole in towards the wee slaters. I've half filled it now with water. So I just tweak it a wee bit back the ways. Tiniest wee tweak. And then I start throwing in the postcrete then. There's not much room for postcrete to go around the sides here like, but it rots again and make it easy to get out. But the problem with the postcrete, it sets in 5 minutes. It's a bit too fast to set. I have to try and poke it with a stick knife. If the gate was open, I could go around the other side, which would be handy. But I don't want the gate open because I want everything squared off. It has to be squared off now with a lock as well, like. So I don't want it square with a pavement, I want it square with a lock. So I'll start putting in the postcrete now and see what happens. Dries in 5 to 10 minutes, far too quick dry. I had to use 2 hands for this here. I had to use 2 hands, too heavy. It hasn't been the success I wanted it to be. It used a full bag of postcrete. Ordinary cement, you can mould ordinary cement around hills and stuff. I've got it level enough. Bear in mind the pole's not always 100%. There's a wee bit of warping in the pole. So as far as level and all that there goes, that's okay. It's harder in 10 minutes, it's too quick. I put these wee things to help protect my wee slaters. The water just gushed in there, not from the top, from below. The water table and all that, had that been ordinary mixed cement, it wouldn't have went into that. See, it's all hollow, that was the old rotten post. And I wanted to leave it for the wee slaters because I couldn't, no way I could get the slaters out. So you can more or less presume all them wee slaters is all dead now. They wouldn't survive that. You can try your best like, but so the water, if the water poured in even from the bucket like, poured from this hole across because it wasn't solid ground. There's the other post now, it's off the ground now. So with the gap I'm left with there now, I'll put another wee post between these two. So the whole idea is here, this hasn't cost me any money as such. That's the wood that was here already. The post is left over from the brothers. The steel I got from Adria. So by the time I put this post in now, and I nail one to one and nail that to the other, that's the fence secure. So I've got, I won't be nailing that into that cement hardens completely instead of banging it with a hammer, but you get the idea. That'll fill up that corner. I'll trim off these boards there and that'll be neat. And that holds the gate. And in the future, should that post rot away, I'll take these wee bolts out here and I'll put big bolts through the whole lot. So this steel will hold the rest of that post up. Next time I'm mixing cement, I'll finish that off proper. You want to get proper cement, proper concrete, and finish that wee ramp off, because I might be putting that pedestrian gate there sometime. I've drilled holes in these pilot holes. The bit's not long enough, it goes most of the way through. See the length of them big nails there? Big thick gallery. See the big nails I got? You're bother pulling them out whenever they're in. And now what I do now, I'll set that up in here into the corner. nail that onto that post there. Just a matter of whacking these on now. Tight fit. You bother pulling them out there. That's very hard there, it's maybe hitting a knot. There's no way you pull it out there. Right, last one up here. So what I'll do now, I'll push the fence in now till the fence is level. And then I'll put the other nails through here into the fence. And that'll be her then. So I'll countersink the nails first. I'll draw where the nails is going. And then need 2 hands like. I'll get the first one and I'll put the other ones and then make sure it's right placed. So I've levelled that off there now. And bang these 2 nails in now the full weight. Could do my third, but I haven't got a third. Shorter nails, there's no point in putting in shorter nails for the sake of banging in nails. It's not the right length, not the right length. Let's see if I get another one. Let's see how close we are now. Like. You see, the thing about a wooden post, they're not always straight themselves, you know. So, as long as I'm straight the black line, it's very hard to get 100%. So even that metal bar was bent. This is all within limits. That one there, you don't go to level with that because it's wherever the fence is. And that's where it is. But the fence itself now is level. Alright, that's a good job. All I need now is for the thing to close right. So as a tight fit, these boards here are going to hit that, and that's to go behind that steel. And if it was too loose, the gate would rattle in the wind. There you go there now. Not much rattling taking place there, is there? But has to be a bit close. 2 fingers, 2 fingers. That's the job there.